Hey everybody, Ken Hendricks with Home Instead Senior Care here, and today we're going to be talking about what we can do to reduce the impact of isolation among seniors during social distancing. Now, no one is immune to loneliness. It can affect anyone of any age, even those who are surrounded by people. Research has shown that 1 in every 3 adults over 45, almost 48 million people, consider themselves to be lonely. And also, those who experience loneliness and isolation are more likely to have health issues such as substance use and heart problems. And so, given this current dynamic of social distancing, it's even more important that we're talking about this issue since its effects are certainly to be felt more further and more wide during this time. So, my guest today is Dale Lipp. Dale works with Ambercare, a home health and hospice agency here in Santa Fe. He has a ton of wide-spanning expertise in the area of senior care. Dale and I have known each other for quite a few years now. We've worked together on several projects, and today, actually, we're going to be talking about our most recent venture together, one that pertains to this topic and one that I'm really, really excited about. So, without further ado, Dale, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for making time for me today.
So, can you believe it? It's already been 2 months already, and we're into this social distancing thing. And how are you and your family holding up?
We're doing all right. We're staying safe physically. Mentally, I think we're all under the same strain with distance learning for kids at home and trying to work and balance things out. But we're good. And how about you and your girls?
We're the same kind of thing over here, all those same challenges of trying to figure out how to, keep them engaged and, keep them from biting each other's heads off, since they're kind of, basically locked in the house most of the day. But we're doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good.
So, well, as you know, isolation is a factor that we're always working to minimize with seniors who are particularly at risk. And a lot of people are surprised to learn that loneliness and feelings of isolation don't only show negative effects psychologically, but even physically. I was going to ask you, what are some of the common challenges that you see arise that can lead to isolation among seniors?
Well, even without the current pandemic, factors like loss of a mate, um, uncontrolled pain issues, chronic pain issues, reduced mobility, all of those things, they kind of compound and leave a person spending more time at home and away from family or their peers. And it seems to really get worse as a person gets older, and certainly this current pandemic and social distancing doesn't help the the existing issues that are already there.
You're an expert that's been in this field for a number of years in varying capacities. What are some recommendations that you offer folks for helping to reduce the impact of isolation among their loved ones and just even among the community in general, all of our beloved seniors?
Well, for families, whether it's a family, a neighbor, or a friend, to have a regular routine of interacting with somebody, ideally it would be in person. Right now that's probably not an option. But whether it's through a phone call, FaceTime, Skype, another Zoom, those ways to help them to feel like they're engaged, that they're having meaningful interactions, relationships, um, going to lunch on a regular basis. Again, if that's something that's we're able to do.
Even
But
virtually, right?
yeah, yeah. So I mean, some of the ideas that I've seen is whether reading the same book together. So you have you're going to read this same chapter and you're going to call at this same time each week, and you're going to discuss it to keep things relevant instead of just repetitive. Well, how are you doing? What did you do today? To make it more meaningful for them.
That's a great idea. Those types of activities, I can see how that could go a long way. And speaking of activities, I'm really happy, given how pervasive this issue is, that you and I have been working on a new project together. That we're trying to get out into the community to provide some activities for senior communities that can help to stave off these feelings of isolation. Do you want to tell the folks about that?
Yeah. So for the past couple weeks, you and I have been working and putting together a project called Courtyard Concerts. And what the idea was or is to bring a meaningful social interaction to seniors that are specifically in an assisted living facility or a skilled nursing facility where they're pretty much on lockdown now. So we didn't want to just go up to the window and wave or drive by and honk. Those are ways to show support, but music,
Absolutely.
Ken, is so important to our elders, particularly people with dementia. That's one of the things that can touch them the deepest. Those are the memories that are sewn in them. So if we could bring that to them, but be safe, that was the idea. And you want to talk about how we're able to do that?
Yeah, it's been really, really cool. I mean, we're making sure that when we go and do this, that we're adhering to all of the recommendations around social distancing. We're wearing masks and keeping our distance. But even playing, outside of a building when the people are inside looking through windows, it, at first I anticipated feeling more disconnected from them, but I think the music, as you said, it's a powerful element and it brings about a real intimate connection. And it happens, just looking into the windows and seeing people, tapping the side of their chair to the beat of the music. Or last week, as we saw people getting up and dancing, it's just a beautiful thing, and it feels, although they're inside and we're outside doing this, we feel very connected to each other. And so I'm really happy that you called me with this idea and that we're able to do this together.
Well, I knew I called the right person. The other thing I want to say that's been so nice about this project is the response from the communities themselves, because they're struggling to provide activity
Yeah.
and to explain what all these procedures are and why loved ones can't come in and why people are wearing masks. So all of that goes away when you start playing music, and start to acknowledge them by name. And throughout the performances and the people see as videos that are posted, um, we interact with them, and it really, you can see a spark, you get a wave, you get a tap. um, it's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a concept that's been kind of repeated in my thought process. I over all this stuff. I there's moments where it's just such a blessing to forget
Mm.
about you know the fact that like we said before, we can feel so connected to them even when we're keeping our distance. That's a really great thing to feel, because it helps you to forget that we're supposed to be staying away from each other. The social distancing term, we have to use it because that's what everybody is saying, but the social part, that word probably shouldn't be in there.
No, no.
It's physical distancing, and I've heard a few people say that. I just, unfortunately, it hasn't caught on. But yeah, it's
We
important
can
to,
work on that.
yeah, maybe we can be part of that. But it's definitely something that brings a much needed connection, I think, for them, and then for us. I know that when we get a chance to do these types of things, we leave with our cups very full. So.
We do. We do.
And then one thing that it had, when I was thinking about we were going to be talking about this topic, it occurred to me that I should tell folks about a program that Home Instead has done nationally. It's called Ready to Care. Folks can go to readytocare.com and you can sign up there and you can get care missions and tips and inspiration delivered right to your phone. You can educate yourself on issues that affect older adults. one of the most recent care missions was actually to learn about senior isolation. And learning is really the first place to start. I think that, once we can understand what other people are going through, then we can potentially be moved to help do something about it. So thank you so much for joining me, Dale. I really appreciate this.
Oh, thank you. It was my pleasure, and I'll look forward to our next courtyard concert.
All right. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well.
How to fight loneliness.
For over 25 years, Home Instead has helped seniors stay home. Now, staying home isn't just staying in the place they love. It's staying safe. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.